In this question, the range of the function f such that the interval -2 included up to 3 not included is mapped onto R, where f of x equals x squared minus 2x minus 8 is. So one of these is the range, and this here is the domain. So with this kind of question, what you need to do is work out where the turning point of this graph is in relation to these two endpoints. So this is the left endpoint, or the x value of the left endpoint of the graph, and this is the x value of the right endpoint of the graph. So you pretty much always need to sketch the graph or look at it on your calculator when you are trying to find the range in this type of question. So letting y equal x squared minus 2x minus 8. Now, to get the turning point, you can complete the square. That's relatively quick for this particular one because this is an even number. So halve that coefficient and square it, and you end up with 1. So half of 2 is 1, 1 squared is 1. Add it, then subtract it, and then minus that 8. And then this bracket here is equal to x minus 1 in a bracket squared. Minus 1 minus 8 is minus 9, and from that the turning point is 1 comma minus 9. So that's that bit done, and here's the graph. So the x and y axis, so 1 minus 9, so 1 across 9 down, so it's a fairly it's down here somewhere like that. There's my parabola, and here's the turning point, 1 comma minus 9. Now you're trying to find the range of this function, and the range is always from the lowest y value to the highest y value. You can see already that this is the lowest value, this minus 9 here. So I'm going to put that in the bracket, and that's and I'll figure out whether it's square or round when I get to the other number here. That's part of the range. So the domain is from -2 to 3. So -2 is somewhere on the left here, and 3 is somewhere on the right of this 1. And you need to figure out which one of those is higher than the other, because it will have its y value will be the highest point on the graph. So you need to find f of -2 and also f of 3. So f of -2, subbing that into here, x equals -2, so you get -2 squared minus 2 times -2, and then minus 8. So this equals 4, and then plus 4, and then minus 8. All of that equals 0. So therefore you have the point -2 comma 0. So that means this is going up and touching the x-axis there. And then f of 3, so the other value, so even though it's not included, you still need to sub it in to figure out what that endpoint is. So again, 3 squared minus 2 times 3 minus 8, and 3 squared is 9 minus 6 and minus 8. All of that equals -5. Therefore, that endpoint is going to be 3 comma -5. So that means that this is actually lower than this one here. This one is -2 comma 0, and this one here, I'll just have to put a point in, say, here, and I'm going to make it open to start with. So 3 minus 5. So this point wasn't included, so that means this point is not included. That's the 3 minus 5 there, so 3 across 5 down. And you can see from that that this point up here is the highest point on that graph up to that point there. So in there, this is the highest point, and so it has the highest y value. So in the range, that's going to be 0. Now, looking at these brackets here, this point, x equals 3, doesn't really come into the range because it's in between the highest and lowest value, so you don't have to worry about that. All you need to look at is these 2 points here. Now, x is -2, that's included here, so that means this point up here is included, so the 0 is included, which means that this bracket here must be a square one, and the -9, because that just belongs to the parabola anyway, there's no hole there or open circle or anything telling you that that point's not included, so therefore the -9 is included as well. And so that is the range of that particular function. So -9 to 0 inclusive, which is answer D here. So that's how you do this kind of question. Always, 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 when you're finding the range of a function, always sketch the graph or type it into your calculator and have a good look at it to find the lowest and highest y values. So that's it for this question.